Are you thinking about moving in general? Well, you're in the right place, because today I'm going to be talking about how to time your move. If you need to sell your house in order to buy, do you rent, do you sell, do you buy? These are all questions that I answer for my buyers literally daily. So let's talk about it. Let's get after it right now. All right, my name is Diana Filkins. I am a realtor here in Western Montana, and if you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. It would really help my channel, and thank you in advance. So I get asked this question almost daily, and so I figured it would just be a lot easier if I just put it in a video, and then when the question gets asked again, shoot them this video. So this, even though I do real estate here in Western Montana, this applies to any state, really. Just any buying, selling, transaction, like, it applies to everybody. So let's do it. So you're trying to decide, you have a house and you want to buy in the same state or a different state, whatever it may be. And you're trying to decide, do you need to sell in order to buy? And that answer might be yes, and that answer might be no. Some things to consider. Do you need to sell in order to buy? Can you cover 2 mortgages? Maybe yes, maybe no. Can you cover 2 mortgages for a short amount of time or an extended amount of time? Can you qualify to buy without the proceeds from the house that you sell? So let's say that you sell your house and you get $200,000 from it. Do you have to put that money down on the house you're going to buy? Do you qualify without that money? Do you have other plans for the proceeds of your house? Those are all questions that you need to think about. Now, I guess I didn't tell you where I am because I'm just like randomly driving. So I am on Highway 93 going south towards Hamilton. I am going to cast my vote. Not trusting the whole mail-in system right now. There's been a lot of voter fraud lately, so I'm hand delivering my vote and my husband's vote. So we're going down to Hamilton to do so. So come with me. And I'm gonna put some sunglasses on because the sun's finally coming out. All right. Anyways, so I did have a buyer reach out recently, and she has a house in. I know. Don't come at me. But she has her kids go to the University of Montana and like advanced degrees, and she has some grandbabies now, and she wants to live near her grandbabies. Like, do you blame her? And so she wants to buy here in Montana, and these were some questions that we were talking about. And she's like, I have to sell my house before I buy here. And I'm like, all right, okay, let's run those numbers. Let's get you in touch with a lender to actually see what those numbers are, not just like you think you have it, you know. And then she brought up a point. She's like, well, maybe I could rent my house and buy here. And I was like, that is an option, but let's see, how much could you rent your house in? Will that cover your mortgage? Did you keep in mind like the vacant months? Are you going to do like short-term rentals? Are you doing long-term rentals? Are you paying a company to manage that for you? What about cleaning? What about maintenance? What if something breaks? Can you cover those? And are you going to be okay? Can you even qualify for a house here in Montana without having, with having that mortgage still above you? Like, you're still responsible. What if your tenants don't pay? So there's a lot of risk in that. So then we started talking about, and I literally do this daily, where we are trying to like plan people's move. So they move, let's say this couple did sell their house. They are in Helena, Montana, and they want to move to Missoula, Montana. Okay. And so their house is currently on the market in Helena, Montana, and they're trying to decide when to buy here in Missoula. Well, there's a little contingency that we can put into buying a home. So let's say that they find the home of their absolute dream here in Missoula, right? But their house is still for sale in Helena, and it's taking a little bit, naturally, because winter is upon us and things do slow down. But don't let that discourage you, because people like this are still wanting to buy and sell. So real estate does not stop in the winter. So I could go off on that, but not gonna. Anywho, so let's say they find the home of their dreams here in Missoula. Well, what if their house in Helena doesn't sell? So what we can do is put an offer on this dream home of theirs here in Missoula and put a contingency. So that gives them an opportunity to get out of that contract. So we'll put the contingency, and it goes a little something like this. If, for whatever reason, the Helena house does not sell, then they cannot close on this house here in Missoula. And what tends to happen is the other house that they need to sell does sell, super duper, and then there's like a short window. Like, let's say that sale gets delayed by a week. Well, you know what else gets delayed by a week? Your purchase here in Missoula. So then what? What, are you going to be homeless for a week? And then what? So this is where, oh, my voice just cracked. Am I a teenager again? Anywho, and then, like, what are you going to do? Are you just going to be homeless? Are you going to, like, stay with a friend's couch? Like, you can't do that if you have kids or pets, or if you have your elderly parents, like, living with you. Like, what are you going to do? So here is where it is super, super duper important to have a realtor that goes above and beyond. Like what? So there are options for you. So I guess you could stay with a friend. I wouldn't want to do that, because that would kind of be a lot for my family to afford to, like, stay with a friend. So you could do a short-term rental where it's like an Airbnb basically, and you just stay there for a month. Now, that sounds like a lot, especially if the nightly rate is like $200. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That adds up. Times 30 days. Yikes. However, if you talk to the owners of the Airbnb and explain your situation, oftentimes, they will say yes. And they will work out a reasonable monthly rate that will only lock you in for 3 weeks, 1 month, 6 weeks, however much time you need to get yourself situated between selling your other house and moving into your new house. Because if there are any kind of delays, let's back up a little bit. You never, ever, ever, and Pinky promise me now. Pinky promise me, do it right up to the computer or phone or TV. Do not schedule your movers to come on closing day, because so many things can happen. Closing can be pushed earlier, or moved earlier. I suppose it can push earlier. That's weird. It can be moved earlier. It can be pushed back. It cannot happen at all. And then movers, if you're spending $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to move, you don't want to lose out on this money. So do not schedule your movers. Do it, I would say, like a week out from your closing. That gives some buffer time, and work with a moving company that can be flexible on their days. Now, it's obviously not going to be perfect, but having some movers that are flexible and then you showing flexibility is also super important. So there's that. Now, going back to the Airbnb, just so you know, this is Hamilton, Montana, and it's a very sweet little area. I've done quite a few videos on Hamilton, Montana, so go check them out after this one, of course. All right. So, and of course, if you're moving here to Western Montana, I have connections with Airbnb owners, and they work with me all the time. I tell them, hey, I got somebody, they need a place for 3 weeks. Can you work with them? Yeah. Because they know that I bring them good people, and they're not going to trash their house, and they'll take care of their house and pay. But then there's also flexibility on those Airbnb owners, because if your sale or your purchase gets pushed back or goes earlier, those Airbnb owners that I have connections with are flexible as well. Do you see the theme here? It's all about flexibility, and which is so hard when you move, because you're already stressed out. I get it. It is a huge life change. So give yourself some grace. Give your vendors some grace. And woosah, it'll all be okay. And actually, I went to the supermarket this morning, and there was some huckleberry wine. So if you need some huckleberry wine, I got you. Anyhow, so timing the move it's like an art. It's like a dance. You gotta go with the flow, but you need options. So is staying at a hotel an option, or a motel, or is renting a camper for a week and doing that, staying at the KOA, go camping for a week while your sale is finishing up and your purchase is happening. I don't know. There are options, and we can get creative. Or maybe it's best to sell your house wherever it is and get a 3 to 6 month lease. It would be a needle in a haystack to find, but it's possible. I can certainly help you do so. Or sign a 1-year lease. Those are easier to get than the 3 or 6 month lease or a month to month lease. Those are challenging to get. But sign the 1-year lease, because generally, often, usually, you see these words? I don't want to commit to anything. It's pretty easy to break your lease around here, especially in the Missoula or Valley County. It's pretty easy, because there's always somebody behind you trying to get your lease. So the landlord or the property management company should have zero issues. This is downtown Hamilton. Isn't it so cute? It's like straight out of a darn movie, with the slanted parking and the like little small businesses. Ugh, I love it. I love it here. There's always people trying to rent here, and so basically the property management company or the landlord should be able to work with you and you'll just cover that rent until they find somebody else. And they usually find somebody else pretty quickly. So you shouldn't get penalized, or the penalty will be very small. But it's maybe worth a peace of mind getting a rental for a little bit until you buy. Or do you want to scope out the area and decide, do you want to live on the north end of Missoula? Do you want to live on the south end of Missoula? Do you want to maybe live in the Bitterroot? Because that's pretty awesome too. This is the Bitterroot. And so there are options, and you need a realtor who will look at the big picture and work on those options with you and explore those options with you. Like, it literally broke my little heart. No, I have a big heart. It broke my big heart when I saw a Facebook post of somebody, they're wanting to sell their house, but they need to get some work done on their house. And they were asking for general contractor recommendations. And I'm like, girl, your realtor should be doing that and helping you set those appointments and making those connections for you. Like, that's our job. Then what the hell are you paying us for? I don't get it. I wanted to like reach through the computer, like, pick somebody better. Like right now, I connected a buyer who just moved from California. And here is the Bitterroot Health Center. Let me see if I can do like a little drive-by. And he had some flooring issues that came up in the home inspection, and we knew that. So I connected him to a flooring guy who's right there, right now, giving a estimate. This is the Bitterroot Health Center. So my husband has come here for an appointment, and he really liked it. He said that the people were nice, nurses were nice, doctors were nice. It was clean. He didn't have to wait too long. So he's been here before. So like that is literally our job. And so that also works into the timing of a move. Do you need to do repairs on your home before you move? Do you not? Do you need to put in a brand new roof? Like, though, all these factors play into this game or this dance of timing your move. So reach out, call, text, email. All my contact information is down below. And if you're not moving to Western Montana, like, I'm not going to hold it against you. However, if you want to be connected to a realtor that will take care of you, do this dance with you, figure it all out, because it's like a puzzle. And it's a sensitive puzzle, and it's a stressful puzzle, and you need somebody local to help you navigate all the things. So if it's not me here in Western Montana, let me know. Even if you're going to a different state, let me know. And I have connections all over the country, and I'd be happy to put you in the right hands of a realtor that will take care of you, not just do the paperwork and show you pretty houses, but that will make those connections for you to local vendors that they trust, because that's literally part of our job. And if a realtor says that it's not part of their job, they're big fat liars, so don't listen to them. So leave me a comment down below. Have you done this dance before? Because I have. We moved across the country from Washington, D.C. to Western Montana. I had a toddler and a baby. So I played this dance. I have personally done this dance, and I help people do this on a daily basis. So reach out, call, text, email. And before I let you go, check out this skate park. Like, how freaking cool. Like, for, what is it called? Skateboarding and the roller skates, or even like little bikes. So fun. Hamilton is such a sweet little area. I love it. It's about 5,000 people here. So it's definitely like small town vibes, but it's a very, very sweet little area. So Until next time, take care.